Guess who's back? Back again. Rachel's back. Back again. Hello guys, yes I'm back. It's been an absolute age since I did any kind of video, but I thought I'd get back into the swing of things by doing a favourites video for you. A lot of people seem to really like them, so here we go. So my first favourite is something that has been an absolute lifesaver for me. Anyone that knows me knows that I really struggle with flat, dry, limp, greasy, all the bad things that hair can be. That's my hair. I wash it and then within a day it's like a limp slug on my face. No life in this hair. However, something that is starting to change that is this. This is a salt spray, specifically Swamp Spritz by Bleached London. I got it on offer a couple of months ago and I just can't live without it now. You literally spray it on. Ooh, it's really cold. And you rub it in, and I tend to go at it with a hairdryer, and it just gives it a nice sort of I just came out of the ocean kind of feel. And it just gives your hair so much life. And then if you spray it with a bit of hairspray, it'll actually keep that life. My hair never keeps any kind of volume, so oh my god, this is a miracle in a bottle. I cannot recommend it enough. Not just this one, my boyfriend actually got another salt spray because he saw how much this was working from a completely different company and it does the exact same job. I just like this one because it seemed pretty cheap and you seem to get quite a lot. So yes, invest in some salt spray, please. So my next favourite is another problem solver. I am someone that does not drink enough water. It's always been an issue for me and I'm constantly trying to fix it because I know how unhealthy it is. So recently I switched from taking old Evian bottles and things that I'd just refilled each day that were about this big, and I started going for the 1.5 litres. And I did notice it made me drink more, but the problem was it was so huge. These bottles are like this big and they don't fit in any bag. Everywhere I went, you just saw a bottle lid just sticking out of all of my stuff and it wasn't working for me. So the other day I was walking through Primark and I came across this lovely little bottle. It's a litre bottle. I'm presuming it's certainly big enough to be a litre bottle. It's nice and chunky and it says Beast Mode on it, and it's got pictures of the Beast kicking off from Beauty and the Beast on it. I know they do other ones. My friend's got something about pixie dust and it's like tinted pink, but I don't know. I fancy going into Beast Mode every now and then, so my goal is to drink 2 of these every single day, no matter what. So if you know me, hold me to that because this bottle is amazing and I have no excuse for not drinking from it. So my next 3 favourites I'm kind of gonna group together because they're all from Lush. I never used to be into Lush, but I'm on a real hype at the moment. So this product I got on the 50% off sale that they had just after Christmas, and I heard everyone had been ranting and raving about this smell, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try it, and it did not disappoint. This is Snow Fairy. So it's just a little moisturiser pot. It's got a little tiny bit of glitter in and it's pink. But something I love is how far the tiniest little bit of this product goes. So this little bit here, careful not to swear at you, will actually cover my whole hand and it's really moisturising. Moisturising? Moisturising. It's really moisturising. And that's just covered my whole hand, and I'm telling you now, the best thing about this product is the smell. Oh, it reminds me of a candy store. Think of all the pink candy canes and everything and just put them all into a blender and that is this smell. I mean, it says it's cherry, but to me it's just, it's just the sweetest smell ever, and the pink colour absolutely complements this to a T because I can't smell Snow Fairy without thinking of pink now. This is the kind of product that you put on in the night and then the next morning you're walking through the town and someone goes, someone smells gorgeous, and you're like, that's me, Snow Fairy, get it. The second Lush product that I have is the Mask of Magnanimity. It's going to be backwards now, isn't it? Basically, it's a face mask and you can see how much I've used, but that's a good, I'm willing to say, 8 face masks going on in here. So It's a nice gloopy green, as you can see. So this has a really minty smell to it, and I don't really like minty products that much, but the mint is what makes you feel like your face is just being purged of all the black. And I always feel super, super clean after I've washed this off. Not gonna lie, something else that is kind of a highlight of this mask for me is its colour. In the movies, when loads of girls have a sleepover and they go, oh, should we do face masks? This is what they look like. Just a green mess. It's perfect and it makes me feel super, super girly, which is actually quite a rarity. The last Lush thing I have is Whoosh Shower Jelly. I really just like this because it's super fun. You can see it there, it's like a jelly, it's half used. You basically rub it just all over yourself and it creates a really nice lather. This one smells really citrusy and it makes me feel super relaxed. So yeah, I just love playing around with it really, having something really wobbly, and the fact that they say that you can rub this wobbly bit over your wobbly bits. So the next two are some books that I'm currently enjoying. The first one is this, which you might not be able to see because it's probably backwards for you, but it is The Hidden Magic of Walt Disney World, and this is the second edition. I actually read the first edition back in 2012 and oh, I loved it so much, but I rented it from the library and I could never find it again. But I did manage to find the second edition, so I'm currently going through this and perusing some of the things that I can look out for while I'm in the Disney parks. This is a really good book for anyone that really enjoys the Imagineering or the little details that are all scattered over Walt Disney World. It will talk to you about hidden Mickeys and just loads of hidden details to look out for, the way that the pavement changes or bins, and it's structured really well. It's got a chapter on each park, and then it's also got little sections known as like Imagine That's and things, which are more focused on the Imagineering. It also gives you a load of history, which any Disney fan is always up for a bit of Disney trivia. So yeah, if you're a Disney fan or you're planning a trip, I really recommend this book. If you don't like to have the magic ruined, then obviously not a great choice. But honestly, I think knowing the amount of effort that's gone into maintaining the illusion is what makes Disney so magical. So knowing all the tiny details just makes it all the more amazing. So I really, really recommend this book. So the second book or series is a series of unfortunate events. I know the Netflix show is currently out. I don't have Netflix. I'm rereading the books. The series of unfortunate events books played a really large role in my childhood. I used to pre-order all the books. I was a really, really avid fan. I just loved them so, so much. They were the last time that I really, really enjoyed a series. I've enjoyed random books since. I think they're my Harry Potter. I never really got into Harry Potter. Don't kill me. But I was absolutely crazy about these books. So for my birthday this year, I asked for the complete series and oh my god, people delivered. I'm currently on the second one. I'm going quite slowly through them. They're just sort of a toilet or before bed book, if I'm honest. But I'm really recapturing my youth with these, so I have no problem doing that. I don't have Netflix, so I can't really watch the show. I've heard good things and bad things. I really want to see it, but I was a bit disappointed in the film that came out a few years ago, and apparently it's down like a similar line to that. So I'm quite happy just reading the books at the moment. Something that I'm finding as well reading them is that I don't think they're really meant for screen. I think they're perfect just in book form. And I'm not one of these people that goes, oh, there's so much more information in the books. There is, but that's not the point. The point is that the writing actually contributes to the tone of the story. So I've heard that they've got like a narrator in the Netflix thing, and I do think that's a good decision because Lemony Snicket, who is the author of this book, obviously he's not the real author, but Lemony Snicket's way of narrating is what makes the book. His way of involving something, and it's normally something you know, particularly at my age. I mean, when I was a kid, it helped me learn some words. I know that sounds really random for anyone that's not read the books. He'll explain things like the difference between figuratively and literally, which is quite a simple concept, but a couple of chapters later, he'll use the fact that you definitely know that information to explain something quicker so that he can keep up the pace. Now he knows that you know what literally means. He can use it just like that and know that you know exactly what he's talking about. And he uses it in a very humorous way. It's not just a way of checking that you know a word. It's very difficult to understand, but I do urge anyone that's enjoying the Netflix series, or maybe someone that felt that there was a bit more that could have been given from the series, definitely do try and pick up the books. I mean, especially the first few, they're really thin. They're not difficult books, they're made for children, so they're a really light read. They're not light as in happy, but I do recommend reading them. So my final favourite, which is something I've actually had ongoing since August, is a bullet journal. I was pretty skeptic about bullet journals, but honestly, this is my life now. I don't go anywhere without my bullet journal. For those of you that haven't heard of a bullet journal, it's essentially a diary, a calendar, a notebook, anything you want, you put in your bullet journal. You don't have to get a fancy notebook. You can use anything you want to start a bullet journal. I'll link down to the original idea in the description. It's not my idea, but it's a really great concept. I've got a Leuchtturm 1917, which are quite expensive notebooks, but I thought if I was going to do it, I was going to do it right. And anyone that knows me knows I love stationery anyway. So this one comes with a contents, and it also has dotted pages, which I find great. This means that your page stays looking clean if you don't draw a line everywhere. So for example, this was a week that I had, so you can arrange it however you want. They're blank pages like I showed you before, and so I put normally the date, the day of the week, how much water I've drunk. Any events are written with a circle, any to-dos are written as a bullet point, and once you've done them you can cross them off. And the freedom of a bullet journal means that you can literally do anything. I've got lists in here, I've got timetables, I set my weeks out different every week so they don't always look like that. I've got goals, I've got life. I mean, you can do whatever you want with them, and they're so practical to just have your calendar, your daily routine in there, your to-do list, any lists that you've got ongoing of books to read, films to watch, places to go. It's a really motivating tool for anyone that's really wanting to get organised. A couple of people have shown quite a lot of interest in this, so if you did want me to go into a bit more detail about my personal way of using the bullet journal or other ways that I've seen, then do let me know, because I love to share my organisation tips. That's my favourites. I really hope you enjoyed my triumphant return back to YouTube. Hopefully it won't be as long of a gap, but life gets in the way sometimes. But hopefully you'll stick around for when my next video comes up. Have a good week, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you later. Bye!